there's an imposition in my mind's imagination. The hope and they choke on smoke 'cause I'm smoking them at the basement. This is not rap, this is not hip-hop. Just another attempt to make the voices stop rapping to prove nothing, just writing to say something. 'Cause I wasn't the only one who wasn't rushing to saying nothing. This doesn't mean I lost my dream, it's just right now I got a really crazy mind and clean. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm Mr. Misty-eyed, therefore I'm Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul? For me. Can you save my every dirty soul? For me. Can you save my every dirty soul? Nah, I didn't understand the thing you said. If I didn't know better, I guess you're already dead. Mine is zombies walking around with it been a hunch, saying stuff like you only live once. You got one time to figure it out, one time to twist and one time to shout, one time to think. And I say we start now. Sing it with me if you know what I'm talking about. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm Mr. Misty-eyed, therefore I'm Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul? For me. Can you save my every dirty soul? For me. Can you save my every dirty soul? Death inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl 59. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. A gain of 17 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down. Slot receiver headed right. They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Burrow here on second down. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. He is in. Andre Yosifov. Touchdown, Bengals. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Aggressive play here, score on that opening drive, but they don't get the 2, and it remains 6-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Oh, big hole left side. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 89 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Purdy and the 49ers will try to get 2 more. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out.
All right, so ultimately, it's a successful play. That's a win for the defense. But that was very close, Mike, to being a 4-point swing. So instead of the offense securing 2 points on that try, if he's able to secure that interception and take it the other way, he would have gotten 2 points for the defense.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. That's into the hands of Yosifov. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
It's a pickup of 12. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Past midfield to the 45. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
So after one here in Super Bowl. Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
And that is just a bad time for a mental mistake. You have to secure that ball before you worry about turning upfield. You know it's 4th down. You know where the marker is. You've got to make that catch and keep this drive alive.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. So Kittle comes in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. That is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose...
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down. Injury on the field, and it is George Kittle who is in some discomfort. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. 23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Niners first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by DJ Turner.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Now, Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Burrow now. Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. And following a curious fourth down decision, they're going to begin first and goal. And he can't get there. They're going to force him out of bounds back at the 2.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
They bring a tight end in motion left. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. And waiting, no signal. He did not get in. And that's going to bring up fourth and goal.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, fourth down.
Here's Purdy. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a stunning turn of events. Greg, looks like they're going in for the score. Instead, They bring it back the other way for the pick six.
Yeah, I mean, how fast the tables can turn in the NFL, Mike. I mean, 1 minute, as you said, you're rolling the dice, thinking you got a chance to go and get 6. Next thing you know, you're watching the other team take it all the way the other way for a touchdown.
Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The 49ers offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And he will take this one in. 78 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The Bengals offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
We've already seen these 2 guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
2nd down. Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning,
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Purdy on 1st down. That's out to Kittle as they set up the screen. That one going nowhere, but a late penalty flag comes in. They may get bailed out here.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Final play of this first half. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's into the end zone yet again. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Purdy and the 49ers will try to get 2 more. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. So following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibon. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Burrow. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it'll bring up second down. Again, it's Purdy. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Geno Stone that time. All over him in coverage.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
On third down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive. On 1st down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Burrow. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board?
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he is going to be out of bounds. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball?
And he'll take it on in. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter.
Bengals.
Here we go. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Brown. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Burrow now.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 52 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score! Game on! Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they will indeed try to tack on two. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
So you give up the touchdown on defense. The question is, how are you going to respond on the 2-point try? Well, respond did they ever? Big difference giving up 8 than there is giving up 6.
So things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and Brandon Ayuk ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. That one knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2nd down, 8 for the 1st down. Now Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Two minutes to play in Super Bowl 59. We're back to see this one wrap up after this. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. Brown. And he will score again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get the football across the plane, the goal line. Now, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run here. And he's got another one. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his third touchdown of the night. So a big play coming up for the Bengals, as they will indeed try to tack on two. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. 49ers offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Purdy. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Open man downfield is Kittle. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And now we're at the point in the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
He's to the 10, and he's going to take this all the way home. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? Out of the go. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jermaine Pratt.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop and at least come off the field and catch their breath.
From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. To the middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another 1st down.
Here we go. 12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it'll lead to a second down. Here's Burrow. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This is going to go down as one of the great finishes in Super Bowl history, Mike, and I understand it's not quite done yet, but what a sequence here. Shades of that 49ers versus Cincinnati in Super Bowl 23, Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl 43, a touchdown late in the game. That could end up just sealing the deal.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Again, it's Purdy. Again, working deep downfield.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. Short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. And the Bengals have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions.